Hi everyone, Dr. Lerhoff here. Wanted to just talk a little bit about what's going on out there, what's going on in here. Monday we lost power, and then yesterday one of my pipes burst in the basement. And I just thought this was the perfect analogy for what a lot of people are experiencing right now. Major loss of power, big lack of control for what's going on in the world, and what people can do with their lives, with school, with financial, stuff. There's just so many things that are out of our control. And what sometimes happens when we're feeling trapped or we're in our homes, with the same people that maybe know our buttons and know how to trigger us, it's kind of like a pipe with a weak area, right? And there's so much pressure going up against that area that eventually it bursts. And so a lot of us are just like that, right? You could even be doing everything right with your self-care, your meditation, your journaling, your creativity and sleep and eating and all that stuff, and still, someone could just know that button for you and say something or do something that just makes you erupt, right? You have a personal, unique burst, right? Our psychological burst, as I like to call it. And so this could look like a total meltdown. This could look like a breakdown. This could look like uncontrollable crying, screaming, yelling, slamming doors, and running out of your house, saying things you don't really mean to someone. It could come off in so many different ways. And so the first step is just acknowledging that we just had an emotional burst, a psychological burst. The second step is just forgiving yourself, right? Really getting that you're human. We did not come here to be perfect. We came here to practice being a better version of ourselves every day. At least that's my belief. And so that's going to be a work in progress. Even the gurus and the masters, of course, they too, right, have their weak spots. They too have the potential to break down, meltdown, etc. The difference is they have gotten very good at catching themselves sooner and bouncing back faster, right? One of my favorite personal quotes is the master pivots faster, right? Yeah, they step in the you-know-what, but they step out of it faster. So what we have to do is start to catch some of the signs, right? I was really lucky with my flood yesterday. I have this water alarm. We put it on the ground, and the second water hits it, it just starts blaring noise, right? And you can't miss it. So that tells me I've got to run down and quickly tape up whatever needs to be taped, if that's even possible, mop it up, wipe it up, you get it, and do my very best to catch it, call someone, get help. You get the drill. For us, when it comes to our emotional bursts, we can actually create our own personal, emotional burst alarm, right? Just like the water alarm. We can notice some signs, and they're gonna be unique for each person, but maybe we'll notice when we start to get a little bit pressured or feel a little bit powerless, we get tightness in our chest. Maybe our cheeks get really red, or we start to feel heated and tingly, right? What are your alarms that you're getting closer to erupting, right? To having that burst. And you're gonna keep getting better at this. It could take time. It could take many, many meltdowns and bursts before you really get good at recognizing those before moments, right? Your alarm going off. Here's the good news. When you get better at this, what's gonna happen is before you burst on somebody else, you're gonna recognize it, and you're gonna be able to take an action step before releasing in an inappropriate place or a place that you just don't really want to. So maybe you feel yourself getting heated, right? Someone's pushing your buttons, or just the news or the events, or feeling like you can't pay the bills, whatever it is, okay? And what you can do is have a couple of preset outlets, right? I have this crazy flex tape stuff in my house that I just quickly put on the pipe until I can get a professional here. Okay, well, until you could talk to your professional, you can create an outlet, and it could look like screaming in a pillow. It could look like getting into a car, closing all the doors and windows and just screaming, yelling, crying, right? Doing it by yourself so you can just get it out. It is so important to get it out. You could take a plastic roll or bat or something and start hitting some pillows in your room with the door closed. There are so many ways. Singing a song at the top of your lungs sometimes helps people. Dancing sometimes helps people, right? Really loud music in their room where no one can see them. Whatever it is for you, right? That's gonna hold you, right? So that you can do this in a safe space. We don't wanna hold it in, right? We just wanna hold it in long enough, right? The flex tape, long enough till we can release in a healthy setting, in a way that gets us, to feel like we've done it in a beautiful, safe way. And there is nothing wrong with crying, yelling, hitting things that are not going to cause upset in your world or make you regret afterwards, right? So find those things that, you can use to release. And keep working on this. This is a practice, not a perfect. We are gonna get better, and we're all gonna find that, there are things that are gonna get to us right now. Working on holding that safe space for all the parts inside of us that are struggling, all the parts that really need a release. And that's really okay. We just need to cradle ourselves and our emotions, have more allowance for one another, because everybody's probably going through something right now, whether it's, the family living with you or the friends or being alone, if that's the challenge, whatever's going on. More allowance, more compassion, more shining a light on it, more forgiveness. And eventually, we're gonna get better and better at finding our healthy release, finding those moments so that we can eventually become the master of ourselves and pivot just a little bit faster. You got this. Love and light. Till next time. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.